Hello everybody and welcome back to Chellington. At the end of the previous episode we were just slurry spreading the two grass fields and it turned out that I couldn't quite finish because we had run out of slurry, but a bit of time has passed so we now have 3,877 litres again. So we're going to fill this up to 48% and spread the final little bit. And when I say a little bit I really do mean it. It's minute. It's going to take no more than 3 or 4 seconds. You're welcome to time it. It's just to make it a complete job instead of leaving a bit of a gap. But slurry spreading is not going to be the main job of today. It's just the starting off job. What we're actually going to be doing is heading back to the forest because I want to try out the ROTTNE machinery. It is a DLC, an official DLC, but I have not actually used it yet. The reason why is because it was just such a minor DLC that it didn't really fit in with my series at the time anyway, but I just put it to one side for a day when we do have the money and the time to use it, and we have £548,000, so we've got plenty of money. We're going to rent it. You know what I was saying about it being a tiny area? Well, there it is. If you're watching in low resolution you probably can't even see it. Just doing a thorough job. That was probably more than 4 seconds. What was it, about 10 seconds? If you actually did time it, then well done. Anyway, yes, there we go. We do need to do slurry spreading on, I think it's fin number 118. But we're going to wait until we have more slurry. The grass isn't really growing yet anyway, so when we do have some, we'll just get it all covered. It won't take that much slurry, so I'm hoping in the next day, because they're going to be producing slurry for the rest of today and overnight. So we should be able to get it done probably in the next episode. But let's go over to the store. Let's get the ROTTNE machinery. I've no idea about the actual cost of these things, but it's not going to be much. Just park this here. And as I was saying, not a lot of time has actually passed since the previous episode. We are going to be getting through this early part of spring fairly quickly. But just for today's episode, we are continuing with what I would consider is the winter work. So here we go. We need to go into forestry machines. So there they are. It is a paid DLC, by the way. We don't need these machines. Far from it. We already have plenty of machinery. It is just to try them out. So this one is £17,850, and I must just point out I am pretty bad at operating the cranes on these things. I do like the tyres. It looks pretty nice. We'll lease that and we'll go on to the other one, which is the one which cuts the trees down. There it is. They're big machines. Very big. And I'm guessing we've put those tracks onto here as well. Yep. Different configurations. But we're going, I think, without the tracks. We'll just go standard today. 23,970. Yes, the renting prices are crazy, as I've mentioned in pretty much every video. At least it feels like it. So hopefully that is sort of corrected for the new game. Renting a machine is going to be a few hundred, not a few, well, not even a few thousand, £23,000. Okay, there we go. So we're just going to drive them. I think I have Follow Me set up still, so we can take both. And we'll continue in our own forest. The trees there aren't even very big, so it's not really pushing them to their limits, but it's still giving them a go. So we've got plenty of lights on there. And this is the office, the operator's view. Pretty nice. Right, so that is set up. Should follow me back. That one clearly sticks out more in front, but as long as I turn as if I was driving that one, there's going to be no issues. So I will see you over at the forest. We'll just make sure it goes around the corner okay. There's nothing really to hit. The hedge has no collision. I like that camera angle on the forwarder. The other machine probably has it as well. Looks amazing. Obviously we don't need to use the forwarder just yet. We'll park it over here out of the way. I think we can probably return the Komatsu, but we'll keep the Hitachi for now because that needs us to grind the stumps away. And we may replace the trees. I suppose we could make a little field here, but it would seem a bit of a shame because it's a nice area for trees. Bit of a beauty spot. Anyway, yeah. So the harvester followed us nicely, no issues at all, except for it being hit once by the traffic, but that just sort of comes naturally. So yeah, let's get this thing unfolded and underway. It's a mammoth machine for some trees which aren't very big. Okay, so there is our first tree. I think we'll probably put them over here. The best place for it. Just getting used to the controls still. So we're probably set to 1 metre by default, yes we are. We'll put that to 8 metres. And we can commence chopping. Actually, 8 metres is just in half. Because these trees, as I've said, are not big, but I would like to go for some bigger trees. If we can find some. It's effective. Very effective. Oh. Bit too enthusiastic there. Well, what I would do is I will take down most of these trees in front of us and then we can start to pick them up. I'm not very good with forwarders, as I said, but I'll give it a go. And if I'm just absolute rubbish, I will just have to get the pickups trailer again and we'll load them onto it that way, by hand. That's a good pile. Not bad at all. We'll just get one more tree. I think we'll go for this one here, on the left hand side. Such good visibility as well. It's great. We'll put that on the pile as well, and then we can attempt to use the forwarder. I think it's probably easier with the joystick. I used to use the Satix side panel. I still wasn't very good. I still lacked the skills to use it properly. Really you need 2 joysticks, but it is still possible with only 1, or just the keyboard and mouse. But there we go. Let's put that just on the ground there. Yeah, impressive machine. It would be even more impressive to see it take down a fully grown tree. Okay, so how do we use this? Unfold it to begin with. Look at the width of it. It's huge. And then I see, yeah. Just like the others. That unfolds it. Left mouse button. Yeah, it doesn't really help that my pile is an absolute mess. It looks like somebody's starting to create a bonfire. This machine really is designed to pick it up from a nice, neat pile, I think. I might be wrong. Okay, well, let's just turn that off. Right. So, yeah, the idea is very simple. But getting the hang of the controls is the tricky part. Okay, and then swing it round, rotate it. Probably going to have to somehow bring it closer. I'm going to attempt this properly as a time-lapse because it gives me more time to focus if it's a time-lapse, but I'm still not guaranteeing it to go well. Okay, how do we bend? Ah, I see. So the left mouse button will extend it all the way, and all you have to do is keep bringing it back in, and eventually, bring the entire boom back in. What would it be called? Arm? I really don't know much about forwarders. But there we go. I probably should have gone for 6 meters, not 8. It's in, but not in the best way possible. Right, so let's go for a time lapse. Let's just see how well I can do this, but please do not expect it to look good. I am not good at using this machine, or any forwarders. Okay, I did warn you. I think the biggest problem is just because I cut them too long. But I'm hoping I can strap those on, can I? Is it possible to strap? It is. So we will head off and we will sell these, and then we're going to come back with the pickup truck, which is probably over at the sell point anyway, and we'll get them loaded up really quickly by hand, and then we can move on to removing the stumps. But yeah, I'm pleased that I've used this forwarder. It's just I've confirmed what I already knew. I'm really bad at operating them. Okay, I will see you over there. It's got a top speed of 13, so it's going to take a while. I'm extremely impressed that that pickup could tow that, because that machine must be so heavy. Anyway, we are back, obviously. Let's get that taken off there, and we will get those put on as quickly as possible, because this is something we've done before. Obviously we should be using a ramp. It's just it would have probably launched it into space because it flips over. Okay, so yeah, very, very quickly get these put nicely onto here, and then we'll go back to the sawmill, Well, we might go there afterwards actually. We'll probably do the stump grinding first. But the super strength, although is quite unrealistic because of what we're doing here, it's certainly very useful. And I think it's actually more fun because unless you were playing to be 100% realistic, it's gonna take you an incredibly long time to pick up all these logs. Unless you have that setup I was talking about with 2 joysticks, that'd be amazing. Although, I don't know if 2 joysticks would be the best setup for that particular forwarder. Maybe just 1 joystick. Here we are in the cab of the Hitachi. Absolutely love this machine. These excavators in real life and in the game are very nice, although I have nothing against Komatsu, or any of the others for that matter. I think the Volvo ones are pretty good too. Right, so let's get that little muncher. Little, big stump muncher. Let's get it grinding. The power in that is just incredible. It's always impressive as well how just oil can be so powerful, because that most likely run off the hydraulics. Well, it must be, yeah. Yeah, so just the oil being pumped through the pump and the motor can turn into something which can just grind away a tree. Amazing. And obviously for any other application as well, like a jackhammer or an auger. The power is immense. So this probably won't take too long. We just have a few stumps to go at. And since we've been playing at ×5, it means that the cows have been eating and pooing, so they will have produced more slurry, so we might have enough to spread onto fill number 118. But if we don't, it doesn't really matter. We can still just do as much as possible. Probably guess how much it would take. I would have a wild guess at about 15,000 litres, but I really don't know. Right, so we've got a couple more up here. What do you think we should do though with this area? Should we sell it? Should we keep it and put trees back in here? Or should we keep it and put a crop in? I know it's going to be a very strange shaped field, but it would be possible. Let me know in the description. I would love to hear from you. And as usual, although I don't really respond to many comments, I do read as many as possible. It's not easy, because obviously I have a personal life, I have other work to do. I also run 2 channels, so I get loads of comments on my other channel as well. And if you think about the amount of videos I actually have, how many do I have? Must be getting close to 3,000. Yeah, even the videos from 5 years ago are still getting comments. So when I go into my comments section, which combines all the comments from all my videos, it's just constant. But I do appreciate your comments. As I said, I do read a lot of them. I can't read them all, because I'm not a robot. And yeah, I do try and heart some as well. Okay, there we go. So if we do discover any more, that's fine, we can just grind them away later. But let's take this over to the sawmill and see how much money we've made. We probably haven't even made a profit, but this video is about showing off the ROTTNE DLC. as well as making money. Or attempting to make money. Yeah, this pickup is so amazing. It can tow almost anything. As long as it fits on the trailer, it seems to be able to tow it. And actually, regarding my other channel, Machinery Restorer, I do have, well, I've been working on a project since last year, since last July. It was on hold for a while, as I was waiting for some pretty rare parts. But yeah, that video is coming up fairly soon. It's not finished yet, and I'm still editing the video, but I'm hoping this month. I really do hope it's going to be this month, and then after that, the videos should be more frequent again, because I'm going to be doing some more will it runs and a few repair videos before I do my next restoration. The next restoration actually was started last April, but I ran into a big issue with it, so that's on hold, but I will be resuming that again soon. And I also have a scythe, a powered scythe to do, which I know many people want to see. So that'll probably be the next restoration after the one which is going to be published next. Right then, so back to the farm. I've just parked this in the field over here, and then we can just jump out, get back into the Deutz Fahr, and then we can fill it up with as much slurry as we have. I really don't know how much we're going to have. How busy have they been? Pooping away. Thing to bear in mind is we have 52 cows. 5,842. And that was empty this morning, obviously, because we emptied it. And we do still have some left in here. So that's going to give us a full tank. We'll just have to see how far it goes. And there will be some left over. 8,000 litres. How much is left over? Almost 1,500. So it probably won't be worth coming back for that small amount. We might as well rest. And then in the morning, which will be the next episode, we can work on the cows again, dispense some more slurry. But I really don't know if it's going to be enough. One tanker, I doubt it. But it is a start, and yeah, although I don't like starting a job and not finishing it, it's still the best thing to do for now, I think. Otherwise, we'd just be ending the video here. Of course, we did make the field smaller by putting the track in. But here we go. We are spreading. You never know. It's so hard to judge with the slurry spreaders, because to begin with they look like they're not going down very quickly, and then you look back and you've already dispensed 20%. I'm going to stick with saying it's not all gonna. It's not going to be enough. Also, what is the rule about slurry spreading so close to a river? Because I know there is a river just over there. With it being a game, it really doesn't matter, but I'm just interested to know. The rule probably does vary depending on the country, and maybe even the time of year. Okay, so you can see our field boundaries, which is already set, not by us. Every field has a boundary. So, yeah, it's good. We're not going right up to the riverbank anyway. But that is already down to 20%. We're going to need at least probably 1.5 more tanker loads. So yeah, once the cows have been busy overnight, we'll have enough. But there we go. I'm sorry it didn't last longer. Let's just very quickly check upon the precision farming, just to see what soil types we have. Loam. I would have thought it'd be like silty next to the river. It's a bit silty there. But yeah, loam. Okay, well, it was short-lived, but there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. And until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.